I woke up to a comment wanting a part two to the story of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raph X Leo X Reader. So this is the part two. This is Christmas morning. So please enjoy and like, comment, share, do all that good things at the end of the video. Thank you. It was the morning of Christmas morning. YN was sitting on her chair drinking coffee. She was kind of like Donatello with her coffee. Grumpy in the morning without it, okay when she gets it. She doesn't like the morning. She's not a morning person. She's always really grumpy in the morning. But always can be made happy with a cup of coffee. I decided, okay, now I'm gonna go switch over back to YN's point of view, your point of view. I decided to stay over at the Turtles' house last night on Christmas Eve. Why? I do not know. I just decided to stay. I needed comfort from my boyfriends. So, no, I didn't sleep in the same bed as them. I slept on the couch, but I still needed comfort. I still needed that resolution that they gave me. We all stayed up all night watching movies and eating popcorn, and watching Christmas Eve movies as well. Mikey, however, was busy singing Here Comes Santa Claus from on the top of his lungs at the 1:45 a.m. I, being me, however, decided to join him. Why not? Raph was about to scold Mikey, but he kept pretty much scolding Mikey about scolding me too, and they won't ever hurt me. Sometimes they question, why are they even with me? But my friends question that too. It seemed like my troubles from last night just went away. It was Christmas morning after all. We needed to be happy. Mikey was saying something about going Christmas shopping while they were waiting for Christmas night dinner to be done. I was like, we already did dinner last night for the Christmas Eve party. Everybody came. I was really confused at first, but Donnie explained to me that they have it with their friends, and then they have it with just the four of them. That made me get, should I go home? I tried to go home, but that wasn't going to happen. Leo cut me off at the elevator, telling me I'm supposed to stay here. What are you doing? Leo asked me, looking at me. I looked at him back. I'm going home. He looked at me. Why? And I looked at him. Because that's where I belong, and it's Christmas. Thank you for letting me spend the night, but I gotta go. I was trying my darndest to get out of there for some reason. I guess I was still feeling a little bit insecure. Or part of me knew if I didn't go now, then I was going to be late for my own Christmas family fun. And who am I to deny my family? I didn't want to leave New York, but I told Donnie and I told everybody else that I had to. So Leo just hugged me, kissed me, and told Raph that I was about to leave town for a couple of days. If he needed to say bye or say something to me, this would be the time. So Raph did, but he didn't say anything to me about anything. He just gave me a hug and kiss and told me to be careful. After promising both I would call as soon as I get there, I left out, hoping that they would just leave me and forget me. I grabbed the plane ticket once I got to the plane station, checked in, and waited for my plane. After that, It was a matter of getting to my planet. They didn't know I was magical. They didn't know I was anything but human. But where I come from, magic turtles are common. I just can't tell them that what I am and who I am about being, discarded. Or just disobedient to the magic dimension I'm living in. We are not supposed to tell non-magical people. We are not supposed to tell unmagical people. Which is also the reason why I'm going home for the holidays. If I go home, I can ask my parents if they can appeal me telling my boyfriends. That way, I won't get in trouble. We have been dating for a couple of years. After all, I could trust them. Can I? I shake that thought out of my head and start walking towards the gate of the 7 dimensions. Once I got to magics, I decided that it'd probably be easier to just watch and look. As I kept on walking and walking to magic, as I kept on walking to the house, my house, I kept seeing all these new people and faces. Pixies, fairies, witches. I lived with them all. Gremlins, magic turtles. I'm sure there's some. But this is the norm here. This is the norm here. Some non-magicals live here, but not all. If you're non-magical and you know about this place and you live here, most likely you have a non-magical parent. Or you have a magical parent. Or one magical parent and a non-magical parent. Or both. Who knows? Or both magical parents and you just wasn't born with magic. But I got one of the lucky ones. I wasn't born with magic. I'm a pixie. I'm called a pop pixie, actually. I'm called a pixie, actually, and I am the pixie of sleep, which is the reason why I can be so tired at one point and then happy and energetic at another. It always confuses the heck out of all the turtles, including April. It's funny to watch. I laughed at myself as I walked up to the door. When I knocked, I noticed that it took so long to come to the door. When I opened it, realizing it was unlocked, I saw my parents sitting on the couch asleep. I was debating whether I should pour a prank on them or not, so I just went behind the couch. Why? Because I lost a debate in my head. I'm about to get in trouble. After this, I'd be lucky if they didn't disown me. I snuck over to the back of the couch and then jumped up, scaring the piss out of both of my parents. They screamed, I laughed, and my mom just glared at me. My dad did as well. I walked away to my bedroom thinking, well, you shouldn't fall asleep in places you're not supposed to. My friend Piff is a pop pixie too. She's a pop pixie of sweet dreams. So, she knows better since we both sleep deprived pixies, we both know good as well that we are not supposed to fall asleep just anywhere. If we do, then bad things can happen. So if you fall asleep in my house and I happen to be awake, prank wars. Me and Mikey started one just before I left. Like a month-old prank war because I fell asleep on the sofa. And he decided to get me back because he fell asleep on in the JoJo meditating. I'm not gonna ask him why he was meditating or why, but it was hilarious. I decided to go up to my bedroom and unpack. And then I texted Leo and Raph, letting them know that I made it safely. We talked for hours on the phone after I told them I made it safely. They called. We talked for about literally 3 hours and then I just fell asleep. The next morning I got up, waiting for the next day to come. I was prying myself out of bed. The joys of being the pixie asleep, I suppose. I had to pry myself out of bed this time. I knew that if I didn't grab my cane, I would probably regret it soon. So I did, so I can have something to lean on while I was walking. As I walked down the stairs, I sat down and I sat down at the kitchen table. Mom and Dad was already there, and they gave me a bowl of breakfast. I told them thank you, and we all three of us ate. I asked them about what if I bumped my boyfriends to the house. They glared at me. No one else lived on Earth. My dad started. You can't bring a bunch of guys in this house. If you do, then you're gonna give away the non-magical creature code. My mom reluctantly agreed with him. Honey, you can't give away the code. If you give away the code, then there's nothing to give away. A secret's a secret. You shouldn't just tell everybody. I sighed. Mom and Dad's right. A code is a code, no matter if they are magical or non-magical. They have some kind of slime on them, but that's just because of the mutation. Should I tell them they're mutants? Or should I just leave that alone? This is the predicament I face right now. I don't know. If I told them they are mutants, I would be breaking the code of honor with my folks. To my folks with the boys. And if I tell the boys what I am, I'd be breaking my code. I spent the rest of the day and all weekend, even the New Year's party, thinking about this. Today I'm going home. It's been a couple of days and now it's 2020 and I'm going home. I heard what is going on Earth, but I have my own issues to deal with, and I'm not going to get wrapped up in that issues. I sighed. As I continued to walk down the aisle to the bus station. I knew once I get on that bus, then I was going to die pretty soon of embarrassment or sleep deprivation. Oh, did I mention I am exhausted today? I was gonna go see my best friend Piff before I went home, but she was even on the planet right now. Don't know why. I don't know if I really care. So I just texted her and told her that she missed me, and if she wanted to come see me on Earth one day, she could. It's been an hour since I got the text back, but I was on the train when I did. Texted me telling me that she's already on Earth and when I'll land or get to New York where I lived, just let her know and she will get lucky to open a portal. I sent her a thumbs up and then And then say, I really need my best friend right now. I really need my best friend right now to help me figure this out. The code of pixies and magics is important, but the family secret is also important. I can't tell them I'm a pixie without telling them about the code, and I can't bring them to my house to, I can't bring them or tell my parents about them about breaking their family secret. I should tell Leo about this considering he is considered the family head. But I have to go one step from him. I have to tell Master Splinter. No matter what, I have to tell Master Splinter what's going on and how I cannot break the code. Landing in the sewers, I went straight. I was walking down the sewers, going straight to the boy's house. Or non-house, I just call it house. As I was walking, I was texting Piff to let her know I'm here, but I was gonna go see some friends before I go home. I stood at the door, the entranceway to the lair from the stairs. This is it. If I'm gonna tell them, it's going to be tonight. It's gonna have to be tonight. I'm gonna have to talk to the family head, or I'm gonna have to get in trouble by telling them who I am. Either way, I know that I have to tell them, and I have to tell them tonight. Part 3 coming soon. Okay, like I said, part 3 coming soon. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed making it, to be honest. These stories, I forgot all about it. I'm sorry. I'm in school, so I tend to forget about stuff that I started. So leave me a comment, share, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Tell me I'm supposed to put part 3 up, because this is going to be a full-fledged story. I can feel it. So, thank you for watching. Again, comment, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!